Candidates twice in the last decade, House Republicans passed a bill to ban abortions after 20 weeks. If that bill or something similar were to come to the House floor and you're serving, representing New Hampshire in Congress, how would you vote? First to you, Ms. Novoletsky.
Well, the Dobbs decision put the issue of abortion back to the state. So if it's a state issue, we cannot vote for it. I would not vote for any abortion laws at the federal level.
Mr. Bright.
The abortion issue is a polarizing issue, and I've said this the entire campaign trail. 1,000 years from now, we could still be standing here debating this issue because we come at it from two diametrically opposed worldviews. The Dobbs decision was right because it put it back on the states, and anytime you have a contentious decision, I believe when you can get it closer to the electorate, it empowers the people. And so I think that was a good decision to have, it go back to the states. I would never support a federal ban on abortion.
Alderman Vassar.
Well, I agree that it is a state issue, and we probably should stay away from it. But I will say that if a ban came in that I personally approve or thought of, and it had bipartisan support, not only, and I'm not talking Republican strictly. If the Republicans come in and they come in with an abortion ban, I would not support it. I believe it should stay as a state right. But if 75% of the Democrats and 75% of the Republicans and the president would agree on a ban, then I would look at that as a potential to solve this issue once and for all. But the possibility of the Republicans and the Democrats agreeing on anything at 75% will never happen. So I will not vote to change anything, and I will again I agree with my colleagues on here that have spoken that it should stay as a state right.
Councilor Prescott.
First of all, I'd like to say that I am pro-life. My record in the state Senate shows that I've had 100% ratings from the groups similar to Right to Life here in New Hampshire and Cornerstone Policy Research during my time in the legislature. It was balanced with Roe v. Wade. And now that we have the decision that turns that responsibility back to the states, I agree that it should stay here in our state, not be a top-down way of dealing with abortion. It should be leave it to the states. I believe this wholeheartedly in terms of our 10th Amendment to the United States Constitution, which means that things that the states can do and should do for themselves, and they haven't turned that over to the federal government, should stay with the states. And that goes with many things, including our elections, where I am very, very distraught over Chris Pappas trying to have federal government take over our elections here in New Hampshire. We should abide by the 10th Amendment, keep things in the state.